Yo, what is up, guys? We are back with a video. This week, we got to sit down and watch Gunny's video, reacting to his take of the entire drama between him, some of the members inside of BTH, and of course APG, the owner of BTH. And I gotta be honest, there's a lot of good stuff here, but I think now is the best time to be putting out this video because we get to kind of throw our ideas onto his discussion of all the drama and things that were going down. And it also gives us a good insight into some of the matchups and things that we need to be looking forward to as we go into the Open tomorrow night, as I am recording this, or as we're looking ahead towards the beginning of October for the HCS major here in Charlotte. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let us know what you think down in the comments. Yeah, so if you watched any of this yet, because I know Super kind of watched it before.
Oh, Super's watched it?
Yeah,
well, I guess, bro. He's a Gunny goon, man.
Yeah, Gunny goon is insane.
I haven't watched it. I don't know why. Everybody, you guys all posted about it and whatnot, but I guess I just opted out to move on because I was already mad that BTH decided to split up idiotically. But I guess this will tell me why.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, so I'm kind of like, I'm hyped to get into it.
So this isn't the first time Gunny's done a video like this. Do you think
Wait, it's not?
No, he's done videos like this before when there's like drama. Like he teamed with Nated and those guys last year or last season, and the team imploded after an event. And Nated doesn't play Halo Infinite anymore. The guy's he should retire. But or maybe he does play, but he's not good in my opinion in the big scheme of things. But no, Gunny had to make a whole video and was like, "Bro, Nated, you're faded." I didn't mean to rhyme there.
I think you did. You knew what you were doing.
I felt
it. Before we started, I just got to throw shade, bro. I think his sign behind him is supposed to say Gunplexion, but it's so bright you can't even read it on screen.
I mean, maybe when I hit play.
I guess we'll just have to see.
That's true. We are paused right now.
Yeah, just rock it.
All right, let's see. Let's get into it. He's at 462 subs. I guess that's what that is. I don't even know. Hands loaded.
Yo, what quality you got this at?
Good afternoon, everybody.
I don't know, man. Oh, it autoed to 720, bro. Leave me alone.
Good afternoon, everybody.
It don't look any better.
Happy hump day.
Oh, it's 1080. It's just his face.
Just been focused on my workouts, been doing the double workouts, catching up with family. Just keep my head clear.
Sounds like he's dying.
Unfortunately, I'm here in this situation where I don't want to be here and to be discussing this, but I kind of feel like I have to. There's certain things online where you could let people lie and talk about you and manipulate situations, but when you have a guy with thousands of followers behind the big org and they're just manipulating the situation and bashing you, I have to say something, and I didn't really want to do this, but unfortunately I think I have to do.
Wait.
Yeah, we are 45 seconds into the video and you're pausing. What?
Is the beef with APG?
I mean, that's how he's making it out right now. I don't know, actually, because
did I miss things on Twitter?
I mean, we must have, honestly.
Like anything he's saying in these first seconds. We had a whole podcast before this happened.
I thought they just mutually parted ways. Like, it was just.
Like I said, I literally saw nobody posting anything. We did the podcast, and then the next video I know, this video is happening. All right, we're gonna go because my brain exploded. I thought it was the players this video was about.
It might be.
Do this. So I'm just gonna come out here just how I always am, just very blunt, truthful, and just give you guys the facts. I feel like a little bitch doing this, but I'm gonna show you the messages between our manager Alyssa.
He's got receipts.
APG and Z. And I'm going to just show you guys pretty much the truth of exactly what happened and how
Who's Z?
Team BTH exploded because of me is not true and had nothing to do.
Okay.
So I'm going to go over that. But first and foremost, I want to give a big thank you to BTH Maniac. Even though APG's been talking a week about me, I appreciate everything you've done. Thank you for letting me represent you. Thank you for letting me have you come on the stream. Apologize. Thank you to Alyssa, Precision's girlfriend, and shout out to Birds, a great guy. He's hilarious and a great coach. So now that's out of the way,
APG's the problem.
we're gonna get into basically we're gonna have to, I hate to do this, but we're gonna have to go to week 1 with BTH with Alyssa. And I sincerely feel bad for her because I was kind of like bothering her. Like I kept texting her, messaging her about the payments, like who am I getting paid by, and I just want to just keep it simple. Like I apologize to you, Alyssa, and I wasn't trying to nag you. I'm just doing what people told me to do. So we're gonna go back to the whole week 1, as you guys all know.
Yes.
BTH was funded $8,000. I'm not gonna get into it.
$8,000.
Alyssa sent me this message in BTH. And it stated, if you want to book it for yourself, that's fine. I can PayPal you. For when Brad sends it to me, just make sure it's not a certain amount. All right? Now, in my head, I've been flying through Delta for 5 years, 6 years, probably longer. I've been with Lies where my flight's $800, $900, never had a problem. I guess my flight came out to $916. And Alyssa said that Brad wasn't happy with it, so which is totally understanding because they said that they wanted a certain amount, but at the end of the day, I was just like, I wish somebody told me that I had a price range and how much I could spend. So Alyssa told me to do American Airlines, and I said, yeah, of course, like no problem. And our flight came out to like 409. I didn't have a big deal.
It's gassy.
Whatever, but the whole moral of what I was trying to get at between the $916 flight that I spent was I booked my flight at the end of the month. As us human beings, we have payments we have to make in life. So we had payments at the end of the month. I just lost $916. That went to credits to Delta. And then I just booked my next flight for myself. I booked it with my money. I spent $409 and I had to wait for that. So thankfully, Alyssa had $327 left.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Take it back. Take it back like 3 seconds too, because I wanted to hear what he was about to say about the 329. What? It kind of feels like this is not even towards like anybody specific. At least this part. He's just. It just sounds like nobody was communicating.
Right.
Like how are you gonna tell your whole team like, yo, funding wise, we're giving you $8,000, and then your manager is gonna be like, book your own flight, and we will pay it back. And then this guy books his own flight, and they're like, well, actually, it's way too much. Which, by the way, brother, you're in the passion pit. You're not a main stage player right now. Why are you booking a $900 flight?
That's true. That's true.
Well, you know for a fact that was a first class ticket.
Where's this guy live? You know?
I don't know.
I mean, it could.
Hold up. He's a Giants fan. I can see a Giant. Is that Giants in the back left in that picture?
I don't know, man.
I think that's Giant. He's got to be New York, bro. New York.
All right. So you're saying what did they go to? Salt Lake City?
Yeah, Salt Lake. I can find this out right now, bro. Let me look up Gunplexion. Like I don't know. It just feels like I get the idea. Like he's saying, like,
bro,
we've had.
You were so right. He straight up got first class tickets.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And it's like I understand, like you've been with other teams, and they're like, yeah, it's cool. Book a flight. We're gonna pay for it. Doesn't matter the price, right? But it's like this is not just any team. Like you know what I mean? This is just I don't know, because like I kind of feel like that's a cop out too. Because APG's a streamer, bro. He's probably got decent cash. He's also getting the optic bag right now. So like, come on, like APG couldn't slide $9K, whoa, $900 for a ticket, bro. Like,
well, that's the thing that blows my mind. You like, it starts to seem more like a Brad thing than a Maniac thing, and Maniac is just there to be there. You know what I mean? Like, because Now, I agree with Ben. Like the flight's a little ridiculous. Make it $300, $400. There's a $400 ticket on Delta right now to get from New York to Salt Lake City. If that's where he lives, if he lives any closer, cheaper.
I mean, he said it was close to 400 when he went with American Airlines.
Right. But it's like
So
I
it's
found
like-
a Delta ticket, which means he also went first class again, or he went bigger class again with another airline. And I know you want to be comfortable, but like you said, he's in the passion pit. So I kind of do want to see
Hey.
where this goes because he can't blame what was her name, Alyssa, because she signed on. Probably not her main job. She signed on to help, and to be fair, she should have given him a limit. But like, hey, look for tickets this range, not this range. Like,
not bro. Just book your flight and we'll get with you. Like
I'm gonna book an expensive flight. I'm not gonna lie. If someone is paying for me, they're like, you book it, we'll PayPal you. I'm gonna go nicer than I usually do. I'm gonna sit up in those 2-seaters where I got room for my legs instead of the 3-seaters where I ain't got no room for nothing.
Of course you are.
Would you?
Not even considering the person who's paying for this flight. You're just considering your foot room.
You literally just brought up what APG has in his back pocket.
Yeah, he's probably rocking bank right now. So like, I just don't. I don't know. Let's just keep on with the video, bro.
Okay.
I could ramble.
Over from the team's money, I guess, at how much APG sent her. And basically, Alyssa gave me $327. Now, you guys could do the math on that. 409 minus 327. That's how much APG owed me compared to for the rest of the flight, right? Now, I'm going to show you just very specifically.
And didn't even pay the full flight anyways.
It's more about the principle that you're going to do something and that you're going to pay me back at this time. So here's these messages. Alyssa goes, I'm sending 2 payments. I had 327 left over for the flight, sending that at work, and then APG should yada yada. I said, I respect that. I was just asking her just because like of the information I was receiving. I thought you had more than that left over. Not trying to be a dick. I'm going to cancel my flight and make my payments because I told you guys I had to make my monthly payments for the end of the month. So I canceled my $916 flight to get my money back, but unfortunately I didn't. Right? Now, I was waiting for the full amount to send to you. I can literally send in an hour. Yada, yada, yada. All goody. Just wanted the full payment. I didn't want to go through 2 people, and I apologize for being a hassle. And she's cooperative. Alyssa was really cool about everything. I felt bad for bothering her. So if you guys see here towards the end of this line, it's frustrating. Generally apologize for that. She's really cool about it. She sends me the $327 on 7/18. A week goes by. I try to be respectful about it. Don't want to bug her again. I said not trying to be annoying, but still waiting on the remaining 70. So she told me I'll have to talk to Brad about that. I appreciate Alyssa more than she knows, and I like at the end of the day, like I said, I'm sorry for bothering you. It was more of like I'm not a type of guy to just chase you for money. Just when you say you're going to send somebody money, this and that, it's just the principle of doing it. So I just want to give a big A+ to Alyssa, and I appreciate all of her cooperation, being patient, and just being cooperative with me. Now that was kind of like the first money situation with APG, and it wasn't a big deal, and it wasn't like anything like drastic. I just wanted the $70. Just like, I'm right now $1,400 deep almost. $1,300 deep into payments of flights. And I lost $1,000 in credits. I mean, money just went to flight credits, which is not a big deal, but in the situation I was in, I needed my money back. So that happened, which is totally cool. APG ends up sending me the $70 remaining after a week. Because I went to his stream that day, and then he said he had to hit up his ex-girlfriend who controls his money, that she was going to send me the money, which he did.
Yo, pause that.
Right.
Brother, you are a grown. I know this is supposed to be a Gunny reaction, but I'm just gonna react to the APG statement there. If that is true, which I'm guessing it is, because he said it was in his stream when he said it. So I mean, I'm guessing somewhere someone could find a clip or an old VOD or something. There's no way, and I know I can talk right now because I don't have an ex that would be controlling my money. But who in their right mind is letting their ex-girlfriend control their money?
Look, I'm gonna lay it out to you. I've had conversations like where it's a manner of we have separate money in this household for case scenarios of like we did not work out.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say you let your girl control your money.
No, like we have like we purposely like we come to an agreement of what we're gonna pay for. So if we do not work out, we don't owe each other anything.
Wow.
And that's how I live my life because of that situation right there. Your ex is in control of your money. You are a Halo world champ, son.
Yeah, bro.
You had 200. You got 6 figures in 1 year.
It's not a good look. I cannot lie.
And your ex is controlling some of your money. If I pulled up APG's,
hold on, let's not go band for band. Let's not, she might be controlling the money, but he's still got more money than me. Like
but like I'm saying, he doesn't have enough from his own funds, like to like Gunny's asking for $70.
Yeah, but does he have his own funds? Like, I guess that's what I'm trying to get, man.
$70 he had to ask his ex to pull from his ex. All right. All right. Before we just start fucking
yeah, this is supposed to be a Gunny reaction.
The first story.
Gunny's blowing my mind right now.
APG paid me. It's not about the money, like I said. It's about the principle, and it shouldn't take
100%. 100%.
Man to man, $70 back. You know, I'm pretty sure he's got his own money. He could just send it whenever. I didn't bother him. He said he stated to me that his ex-girlfriend, controls his whatever. And I stated to him multiple times that I have PayPal, Venmo, Zelle. I have pretty much anything available, whatever you need. Right?
He didn't say Cash App.
So that's step one.
He said anything available.
Now we're going to get into... Let's talk about SLC and the BTH vibes.
Ooh.
As you guys know, I streamed the whole weekend. It was a great time. We had Sirion. We had his friend from home, Andrew. We had Gators. We had Birds. We had Vinny. We had the whole squad. We had Minnie, his family. We had a great time. Incredible weekend, bro. One of the best weekends of my life. Now, if you guys heard me from the interview with APG after we lost, one of my favorite things about the team was we've had no altercations. We had no arguments. We kind of, when we had to speak, if we saw something different or had something we wanted to say, we gave us the respect to talk. We didn't interrupt. We didn't argue, right? We kind of just were very friendly and very open to everything. So you guys probably already have heard this 1,000 times through probably my stream or APG stream because he's been talking for the whole week. APG's ex-girlfriend booked the Airbnb for us, right? Now, on Saturday night, I told Z and them, I asked Z and the team, I'm like, are we going to team together? Are we still going into next event? And Z's words were, I don't know, I have an offer from Omit Black. I said, I appreciate that. At first, he wasn't going to tell us. He goes, I don't want to tell you guys. I'm not trying to start beef. But I was like, I think as a team, we deserve to know. We just went to LAN. We just got top 18. Like, I think we deserve to know what you're doing. Since I'm asking the whole team what we're doing. So in my head, he's got an offer from Omid Black. That's Lido's team, Morgan. It was supposed to be Ice Kid and Ezzo at the LAN. So, whatever. I appreciate it. We're all goody-goody. So that same night, because they told me that Monday they're going hiking. Because I was talking about going hiking with Mini Berserker's family. So, I told Sirion and his friend Andrew, who's a great kid, I was like, yo, boys, if you guys are going hiking Monday, the Airbnb closes between 10 and 10:30. They will charge you for as many hours as you stay here. And I told them respectfully, I was like, knowing me, since I'm paying for the food and everything, I'm going to have to deal with this. Just knowing me, I'm going to deal with it. So they went to the mountain, they called me, and they basically asked me to bring Drew's laptop to the mountain so they could locate his phone. Because I guess they were hiking and he fell and lost his phone. So
Drops his phone down the mountain, bro.
Yo, I told you guys fucking the other night to grab your shit and leave the Airbnb with nothing here. I told them I'm not their Uber driver. I'm not driving to the mountain with a laptop to go locate a phone. I have other things to do. So Sirion hung up on me. I said, okay. I wasn't mad. Didn't insult him. Nothing. I was just giving him a Italian standard, just a normal voice, like maybe a little bit high voice, because he was
He's
wrong.
New York.
And I told him 2 days
Yeah,
prior
yes,
to do something
yep.
and he didn't listen, which is all goody. So that didn't really sit well with Sirion. You know, I guess it just kind of like, it was the first time our altercation happened. He was wrong. I had to tell him that he was wrong and that, like, you know, you have to pay the price for what you did. And apparently I'm wrong for that and I'm an asshole. So, like,
that's
that was,
on
like,
them, bro.
our first altercation that happened. Then when we came back home from Salt Lake City, I even texted Sirion in a respectful manner. And I even said this is on Tuesday, the day I came home from my flight. As you guys see, this is me and Sirion.
Oh, nah.
I was trying to be a nice guy. Before APG, none of that shit happened. I just went out of my way and said, yo, you guys get back okay. I appreciate it, the whole 9 yards. I told him sorry, I was in the best mood, I was a little hungover. I told him multiple times not to. I told him and Drew are great kids. I asked him what his move was. I have a team and an org with 2 others. He doesn't answer me that day until like 11:31 p.m. when he was streaming and he was playing Money 2s with Lido. And this is one of the players on Omid Black that he just told me on Saturday that he had an offer from Omid Black and that he's going to be playing with them. So I went in his chat breaking balls. I was like, damn, already committed to Omid Black. And like, you know, like just breaking balls, like just trolling. And he texted me, I'm not committed to anything. You don't got to come to my chat say that without knowing anything. But little does he know that he just stated to me on Saturday night that he's going to Omid Black. You know, I was just breaking balls, but I was being serious at the same time. So I guess that kind of like, he didn't take that well. I guess he kind of like...
People are too serious, bro.
I kind of took that, I don't know. But we were pretty good. Everything was fine. I apologize for being how I was. Whatever. Now, this is where the manipulation and the lies start coming in. So now you guys saw the text from the story of me and Alyssa with APG's first payment with my first flight and the second flight. It took almost a full week and a half. I had to get 2 different payments from APG for my first flight, which is all goody. I was patient about it. Now...
He says all goody so
that was
much.
The first altercation that happened, right?
Yes, that's his thing, right?
Now we're gonna go to how this all happened.
Okay, now we're here. Now we're at it.
We're gonna track back a little bit. If you lose me, you could obviously rewind the video and go back.
Took us.
Now we're gonna go back
13
to
minutes.
How all of this manipulation and lying happened, and how the frame of Gunny fighting with Z apparently, or having personal issues where there was no personal issues whatsoever. Gunny's the reason why BTH exploded. And I have an ego and yada, yada, yada. So I'm just going to give you people the facts and the simple story about what happened. So I'm going to pull up the text with APG from Thursday night.
Ooh.
This was Thursday day, excuse me. Wednesday night? Or Thursday. So APG says, I'm going to send you guys food stamps later tonight via Cash App or PayPal. I know you're going to say doesn't want food in person. So I was trying to be a nice guy. And I said, APG, you don't have to pay for my food because I'm 30 years old. I could pay for my own stuff. But he asked us, one of us, to pay for our food and he'll pay us back. So on 8/31, I said, just like he said, send me the guy's food stipend, like the receipt. And he'll send it to me later that night when he lands. Right? So this was on 7/31. Okay? Now that's the not. I didn't even ask him about the payment. I'm just doing what he asked me to do. Send him the receipt, and he'll send it later tonight. I didn't even ask him about the payment yet for the food. Now, a whole weekend goes by, like the whole week goes by, and APG. I said for the first time. I asked him for the first time. I said, APG, hey, can you send the money when you get a chance?
This feels like a lot of miscommunication.
Yeah.
So this is the
It
first
really
time
does.
I asked him. This is the first time I went out of my way to ask him.
Okay.
On 8/4, after the weekend was over, after I sent him the text message, I meant the receipt of the food.
Okay.
This was on 8/4. So this
Bro,
is
if the
my
quality
first
was better,
time
I'd look in
asking him
the
overall.
background there.
Okay. Now he exaggerated in multiple streams, saying that I hounded him, I bothered him, I asked him like 15 times. Here's the facts, and here's the details. This is my first time asking him. Okay. So that's number one. That's first time asking him.
APG did say he's got him.
So the whole weekend goes by. It's actually now. It's Monday. So this was Sunday. Excuse me. Yeah, Sunday night. Now it's Monday. I extended my trip to stay with Mini Berserker and his family because we wanted to go hiking the next day. So I went into stayed at their hotel at the Radisson, where they all stayed next to the convention center. As I was walking in to the hotel, APG's walking out. So now this is the second time I asked him nicely, and like I go, "Yo, APG," I was like, "When you get a chance, can you send the food money?" And this was his exact words. I don't know if maybe he was really lit and doesn't remember, but as he's walking out and he's talking to me, he goes, "Yo, Gunny, I got you as soon as I get home." I said, "All right, no problem." Go on with my day. He goes on with his day. Right? Now, this is where it gets better.
Better. There's more.
So
You look
week
faded, bro.
by, and
You're like blown away by it.
excuse me, 2 days go by,
I am.
and Birds, actually, the coach, was the first one to initiate a conversation in the BTH channel, which is right here. Birds goes, "So respectfully, are we going to schedule scrims with the boys or what?" So I respond, "I don't know if BTH is doing Charlotte." So Birds goes, "Neither do I." And even Alyssa, our manager, the GOAT, even goes at APG, right? Now, a whole day goes by, doesn't answer. Now I go on August 7th, because it's been a week since he's been home and didn't pay me for the food money, and I only asked him twice. This is the third time I asked him, "APG, can you send me the food money, the money for food, please?" So he ignores Birds, ignores Alyssa, and ignores me. But I go for the question about the money again because he loves drama and loves to initiate stuff and get just start flaming me.
Tear him up,
This is what he
son.
wrote to me. "I have told you guys I've told you many times, Gunny. It is not up to me if you're waiting for PayPal, yada yada. This whole week, my birthday's tomorrow. I'm not worried a single thing about BTH, yada yada yada. Meanwhile, you just had your coach and a manager simply ask you what we're doing." But he just wanted to get straight to me since this is the third time I've asked him about the money. So he just wanted to flame me and ignore the other people in the chat when we're trying to figure out what we're doing, right? Just trying to have a conversation. So I'm the bad guy for that.
Oh my god.
So now you guys see this is overall the third time I've asked him. And I'll even add this in too. I even texted Maniac, I think that following night or same night, saying like, "Yo, when you get a chance, can you tell APG to send me the money for the food?" He said, "Sure." So let's add that. 4 times I've asked. All right. It's not about the money. I don't care if it was $1,000. I don't care if it's $300. It's the principle of telling a person that you're gonna pay them at this time and you're gonna do this then, and not do it.
Don't
and I'm
do
being
it.
cool about it. Waiting a week. Your birthday's here. You're getting back in your groove. You're streaming. A week goes by, and I'm the bad guy again because I asked for the third time, not 10 times, 3 times, for my payment. And no matter how many times he says that he's told me that, I've told him 1,000 times that I have more than just PayPal. And he even stated it in the message when he was saying, send the receipt of the food, I have Cash App, Venmo, like whatever he said.
It's true.
So as long as everybody sees that.
Hey, you said Cash App that time.
Since this happened, right, You guys all know the famous text that APG's talking about all week.
Oh,
The one I sent Sirion about how APG fucked me over. And not in a literal aspect.
What?
It's more of in a figurative aspect. As you guys see now, I had to go through two
I'd hope it
payments.
wasn't literal.
And I apologize to Alyssa already that I had to bother her for a week for my payment for my first flight when it wasn't her fault or wasn't her duty to do that. She was just doing what APG was telling her to do. And now you guys saw the second time about the food. I don't even bother him or care. I just wondering when you said you're going to pay me when you get home. It's been about a week. So he doesn't do that. So the whole narrative of what I'm trying to get at with this is this whole story was blown up because the money had nothing to do with Z, even though it had something to do with our team because I paid for the team's food. Z used that to fuel APG, light a flame under him, and say that this is the reason why BTH blew off because me and Gunny have personal issues, when there weren't no personal issues whatsoever. There was just one altercation because a man who's 18 was wrong. I guess I was the asshole for being a little like loud, I guess, on it. I don't know how to explain it, but in that situation, I was wrong. Nothing happened between me and the team or my ego for BTH or Sirion to make his decision. The kid already was out the door when we asked him at the Airbnb, yo, are you playing with a team? Yeah, I got offered for Moment Black. I had to hear from the twins, the Uzi twins, because Z hadn't messaged Z, because I thought I wanted to make a team with me, Z, and the twins. The twins are the ones who stated to me that Sirion wants to play with Ivanized. And we all know Ivanized is on Sniping Lies. So, moral of the story is Z was already on his way out. It wasn't no altercation between me and him of why BJ blew up. APG's been talking about this for now, not 1 day, not 2 days. He's been talking about me for a week. It's kind of sickening. And there's been a couple, very immature kids. I'm not even going to, insult them because I don't really even care, bro. I'm trying to be on a good leaf. Whatever. They're trying to get the best of me and bait me in. They're talking about my grandma. They know exactly who they are. They in there putting Twitter posts insulting me top to bottom. They're talking about my grandmother. Even APG was talking about my grandmother, and this is a man who's representing Optic Gaming. I don't find that cute.
All right. So I want to first say I wish we could have reacted to a APG stream where some of this might have gone down, because I did check Twitter and I didn't really see anything from APG.
No.
So I'm guessing this happened on Twitch.
It had to have happened during a live stream. And no offense, but I personally don't watch APG because it's Yapathon.
Well, yeah, I don't either. I open Twitch to watch people play games, not sit in their room and talk. I say that, and here I am sitting here watching a guy sit in his room and talk. But no, I wish and maybe I need to go back and try to watch the Twitch, VOD so I can actually understand what was going on. But from what I understand, no one has quite there's not a community of APG lovers coming out here defending that none of this happened.
It's true.
And even to the sense he's saying that there's people on Twitter making these comments, brother, let me tell you something. And I mean this with everything. There's a point where what
go on, Ben.
There's a point where beef is between two people. And then there is a point where beef is between a person, and especially in this sense where it's online, the beef is between two people and their communities, right? So in this case, Gunny and APG and his community, right? Okay. I can see that. But when you take that beef and expand outward to personally attack the loved ones around these people, you have lost all purpose in your argument, right? You are no longer worth having beef with.
Right.
You are no longer worth being a part of the beef because you're not even beefing with the person anymore. You're just throwing shade at whatever you can because you can't find anything else to talk about.
Look, before we get to the last 4 minutes of the video,
Yeah.
I said this in our podcast when we talked about the creation of BTH. Obviously, my worry was Gunny because it's always Gunny, right? Is there an ego? But he committed to this team.
That is true.
He said he was going to pay for their food. He did that. He said he was going to get, he was going to stay clean during scrims. He did things for this team to make it happen. Now, I mean, I think the conversation with Z is a little skewed because at the beginning he said, I don't know. Or he said that Z said, I don't know. I have an offer from Omit Black. He didn't say he was taking it. He didn't say BTH wasn't a thing. He just said he had an offer. And then the Sirion thing, bro, that's a grow up at that point. You were told, that's like me and you going down to Henry's house and not packing the night before so we can get on our flights that morning.
I did do that. I left my pillow at Henry's house.
Well, that's true. I left a towel. But
But we didn't call Henry and ask him to drive to my place to drop off the towel and pillow.
We said, Henry, hang out with our stuff. We'll be back. Okay. But it was one of those. It's one of those things where it's like you are an adult, and whatever Sirion's thing is, if he has actual beef or that did actually upset him, you're an adult. You should have packed your stuff beforehand, and don't drop your phone down a mountain. And then obviously Little Gators is vibing. Little Gators played with Gunny today and Open 2.
No, you keep saying that, bro. They played against him, didn't they?
No, oh my God. I'm not having this argument with you. I'm not having this argument.
Wait, so they did play the game?
It was the Twins, Gunny, and Little Gators on a team.
Oh, then there it is. I mean, Gunny said right here that he wanted to play with the Twins.
Right, no, he did play with the Twins, but he said he wanted the Twins, himself, and Z. But today he got Little Gators because obviously Z, there's beef. Well, unknown beef. Like so far in this 22 minutes or whatever, like it's for one, lack of communication. APG, you decide to be an org owner, you are not a streamer anymore. You have responsibilities. Okay?
Yeah.
Like that's like Hex and Optic. He loved doing the whole what's the thing where you record yourself all day?
Vlogs?
He loved doing the vlogs, but he's like, wait, I have responsibilities, so guys, we're not gonna have vlogs for a few months. You know what I mean? Like he cut off something he loved doing because he has a responsibility to an org. He makes sure, and he's all like Hex has always said, I'm gonna make sure you get paid. If I have to stop doing something or I have to do something, I'm gonna make sure you get paid. APG, I got you in the morning. I got you when I get off this flight. I got you when I get home. Boy, it's my birthday. Leave me alone. Who cares, man? You're an adult. And I said this in the podcast. I said BTH was a maniac thing and APG is just riding the wave. And
yeah, I can see that.
Like in this 22 minutes, and I truly believe APG yapping on stream. I think APG is a great Halo player. I do think the new age Halo players are technically moving faster, mechanically taking over, but like APG is a smart Halo player. But there's consistency where it's like the business sense is not there. Right? APG is getting paid by Optic. APG is getting paid by getting his pitch or his Twitch check. Like APG is getting a YouTube check. He makes YouTube videos. You are choosing to be an org owner. You have a responsibility to your players, no matter the bad blood. You pay your players and you drop them if there's bad blood. But everything in here, it's like APG's personal life, and I get it. You want your personal life. APG's personal life is ahead of everybody else. And Gunny's out here paying for people's food. He went and paid his plane ticket and just, wanted reimbursement and had to fight for $70. $70. Gunny, call me. I'd pay you the $70.
No, you wouldn't. Don't lie. Don't
I
lie.
look, if I owed him money and it was $70, I'd give
Oh man, yeah. If you owed him money, I mean,
I'd give him an end date and be like, "This is when you will get the $70." And the day I said he was going to get $70, he'd have it. Like, you have a responsibility, and what it sounds like is APG doesn't want that responsibility. He wants the
but
clout. He wants the
he signed up for this. I
right.
mean, it's you know what I mean. Like,
I
yeah. No, I agree.
it
I
came
agree.
it came down to viewerships, in my opinion, so far. You had a top 18 team, and you could not keep it together. You had $8,000, brother. You only
I
have
agree.
to fly out the players, the coach. So if they each did the $900 plane ticket, which obviously was upsetting, that's $5,000 right there. It's 150 for a team pass. That's for 4 people.
250.
Oh, 250. Oh, sorry.
For 5 people. Else country coach.
5 people, 250.
I mean, I guarantee they made more than 8K in their watch party that weekend.
Oh,
Like, I mean, that's
100%.
insane.
But it's like, when you think about it, it's like, are we not doing our checks and balances on this thing? Did we just say, let's revive the BTH name and not think, in this day and age, someone like Gunny is not going to call you out? Let's finish the 4 minutes and then we'll tear it up.
All right, yeah, we'll do final thoughts.
I think it's kind of personal. I'll forgive you, APG, and I'll forgive some of you numbnuts that have no personal skills, and they really, really hope on my downfall. But I really didn't want to be in this situation to talk about this. But unfortunately, it's been a week they've been dragging my name on. And like I said from the beginning of this video, it's not a random person talking about me. There's sometimes you got to let people talk about you. It's all goody. They're going to come up with these false narratives, these lies, these manipulations, and you got to let it go. But when there's a guy who I've supported, represented, and pretty much did everything I can to do what I can for the team, to use that story with Sirion to put into how I said that APG fucked me over in a text message after he said he forgave me and had me on his stream, and to blow this up even more and say Gunny's got an ego, you need to do this, and ranting about me for the last week. I'm not even here to like talk shit. I haven't said a personal thing about anybody throughout this 20 minutes. I'm just here to just tell you guys that's the truth of what happened, and whether you believe me or not, I personally I don't care. You know, that's why I've just been not initiating any of these. I haven't talked back. I haven't won this chat. But at the end of the day, I feel like there was a part of me that needed to do this, because at some points there's a lot of people that are going to read and listen to him, and they're going to believe him, unfortunately. So whether you, like I said, you're on my side or not, you have your opinion. I'm not going to judge you. I'm just trying to give you the solid foundation of the whole exact situation of happened with the money, with me, with Sirion, and the team. So hopefully I kind of nitpicked everything here for you guys. There's really not much for me to say. I'm very fortunate and blessed to be obviously represent BTH. I don't know what I'm doing for the rest of the year. We have another event or two. We'll figure it out. But I did this, like I said, man. I do this for the people. I do this for Mini Berserker at this point. I don't think I'm going pro in this game, which is totally understandable. We only have like 1 or 2 events left, luckily. But I still stand for the people, and I still want to have my foundation at a stream and be the man I am.
People's champ.
So, for everybody who takes the time to watch this video and hear me out, thank you all. I'm sorry you guys had to deal with this idiotic bullshit drama that just all started because a kid couldn't accept that I told him the night before to take his stuff out of the Airbnb. And this is the problem with today's generation, is when you're wrong, they teach you to act off your feelings instead of taking the constructive criticism that you're wrong and moving on with your day and saying thank you. You guys saw I went out of my way to even apologize for even raising my voice and being a little hot-headed when I had every right to. That's really about it. I got a new GameSir Pro coming in today, so I'm probably waiting for that before I turn on the stream and play Halo. But I love everybody. The journey hasn't ended. The journey just begun. and we just pretty much just whatever God's plan is, man.
I don't think he knows how to
To all
close
the
this
haters
video
out
out.
there talking about my grandma, making fun of my religion. I'm not Christian, by the way. I'm Catholic. Get your facts straight. You know, thank you guys for all the fake narratives, the lies. It means more than you know. But
We need to
yeah,
get on
man.
Twitter.
Thank you guys so much for the people who've been standing by me, all my mods, my chat. Thank you for all the real ones
All
supporting
right,
me.
he's just doing thank
The
yous.
fake ones been dying. The real ones are
No, let it run.
the
Let it
fake
run.
ones are
Okay.
the fake ones of how does J Cole say it? The real ones are dying. The fake ones are lit. The game is all balanced. I'm back in my shit.
Oh my god.
Right? There's too much fake shit going on because Halo's
Middle child.
unfortunately coming to an end this year. And yeah, but I'll see you guys on stream. Have a beautiful Wednesday, and I apologize for this dramatic, manipulated situation. Love you, boys.
Okay. You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to point out what I was going to point out.
Okay.
Let's just let's just get it. Look. All right. Final thoughts. I want you to give me your final thoughts from start to finish on, I guess not necessarily like what side we would pick in this, because I think we both have a general idea of like what we think. I think it's weird to pick a side here because we haven't seen both sides of the argument, right? We haven't seen APG's side. We've just heard this video.
Knowing
But just from the
APG, it
point,
sounds pretty accurate.
wait, what would you say?
Knowing APG, everything Gunny said sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah, it does, but at the same time, I don't want to say like, oh, I'm a Gunny supporter, like free Gunny, like screw BTH. You know what I mean? Because like
I don't want to say that. No.
yeah, like what I'm trying to say is I think it's, first off, it's a failure on a management level out of APG, right?
Correct.
Not only in the sense that he wasn't prepared to give up what he needed to give up to step into the role of a manager of a team, he also did not have the, I guess, mindset to have the communication that he would need as a general manager of a team.
Right.
Because there were multiple instances where you were like, yeah, that's literally just miscommunication. Like, why are, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, there were so many of these things that could have been fixed or never even would have happened if there was just proper communication from the start. So that's my thought on APG versus Gunny. Sirion versus Gunny is a different take for me. Okay. Now he said that's the problem with this generation. I am this generation, so
I know,
gotta.
you're a problem, brother.
So let me let me throw on this. Okay. It is true. This generation has an issue with like taking criticism.
Oh, I know.
As you can see from my Halo POV when me and you were playing and you're trying to coach me.
I know. It's horrendous.
But my biggest thing is there's a point, it almost to me sounds like an ego thing. To the extent where like I would almost say Sirion's the new ego Gunny. You know what I mean? Like
okay.
This man specifically told you, hey, do not leave your crap in the Airbnb, because after I leave the Airbnb, I'm not going to go and help you guys find your crap because I've got my own stuff I have to do.
Right. Yep.
And then they proceeded to leave their crap in the Airbnb and then expect him to just be watching over it and bring it to them when they needed it most. And when he called them out on it, there was no like take back of like, oh yeah, you're right, bro. Like, my bad. Like, I should have gotten all my stuff yesterday before I left. Or I should have packed yesterday, so today when I left, I would have had it already. There was no like self-evaluation or like, what would it be? Like, he's not taking any
self-evaluation.
Word.
It's self-evaluation.
Yeah, no, yeah, but he's not taking any what is it like? To take like responsibility. He's not taking responsibility for his actions. He's not taking ownership. That's what I was thinking. He's not taking ownership of his mistake. He's just immediately trying to throw it off on Gunny, saying Gunny flipped out at me, yelled at me, he hurt my feelings. That's the worst part to me. Dog, nobody cares. You play Halo. Lock in. There's gonna be people who hurt your feelings. Lock in. Okay?
Responsibility is crazy. I didn't know you were gonna go for that.
I couldn't think of the word. But yeah, that is my general thought on that.
I'm in the same boat. I personally, I could see everything getting spun by APG. I didn't watch it, but I can 100% see APG being like, he bothered me 100 times. And it be only like 3 times, because that's also a problem from previous APG situations that were not factual, but his opinion. And his opinion is all like APG's opinion has always been huge. It's always been huge. It's always something else. And it's always like, wait, that's insane. Like, it makes you think. But then like you have someone like Gunny who's like, "Bleh." Like,
It's all goody.
it's all goody.
I might have to throw in a goody counter.
You really
Every time he says goody, I'm just gonna up the counter one in the video.
You gotta do it. But I can, like, the APG situation, especially reading the messages, you ignored your coach and one of your players and your manager asking if BTH was doing anything. And he's like, bro, it's my birthday. They just needed a yes or no and a day you were gonna send the money.
It was a birthday dog, man. You know, you can't.
Everything in it,
missing his birthday dog.
Everything in it, everybody took it personal except Gunny. And what we've seen, everyone took everything personal except Gunny. Like, I think that's the problem, is where we're looking at it and everybody's yapping. I guess I gotta start scrolling Twitter. I don't know, but everybody took it personal. Gunny's like, bro, you can't say one thing to me and then do another. Like, being like, bro, why'd you bring it up in chat? Who cares?
Well, that's the one time where I could see caring, and not to the extent where like you got to flip out or anything. Which, like, I don't think those takes were really flipping out.
Right.
But for one thing that I would say is okay. Let's say he was, because I don't. Is he on Omit Black now?
No.
Okay, no. So for one thing, I would say, if it was just in talks, and then all of a sudden Gunny comes in there, who is a prominent figure in the Halo community, like, people know who Gunny is, and then he comes into a stream and it's like, oh, you're already committed to Omit Black, and there's already going to be people taking that, like, even if it's a misconception, people are going to take that misconception and run with it. You know what I mean? If it becomes something, they will take it insanely far, and then if he doesn't get on Omit Black, which he isn't right now, then everybody's gonna be like, oh, something must have happened. Like, there's a big fallout between the players, or this guy's not good enough to be on Omit Black. It's like, I can see that. And then on the other side, if he did end up joining Omit Black, then it's the point of, like, you just spoiled the announcement, right? Like, how many teams nowadays don't even get to make official announcements of players coming onto their teams because there's so many people leaking player announcements, especially in esports.
Well, I think that's where it's a little different. It's Omit Black. And
Omit's a growing org.
But that's if I see someone in twos with not their teammate, I'm like, wait a minute. What happened? Automatically, I'm like, wait a minute. The moment we saw Formal playing with Renegade, we were like, that's the roster. He's building the team. Like, there's already narratives that should be spun, but obviously there weren't. I would have seen it. I would have seen it on Twitter. Would have. The amount of, like, I have Halo everything notifications. I would have seen something. And I saw Sparty getting back on Omit before I heard about this. Like, and that's not even exciting. I'm just saying. But it's like, there's no reason for Z to do that. Gunny's like, if you were on my team and I saw you playing with UNA, I'm like, oh, Ben's on UNA now, huh? He took the offer. Like, I'm honestly I'm just gonna mess.
I take that offer.
Right. I'm gonna mess with you. But if you had told me like a week prior, I have an offer to go to this school, then you're playing with them, I'm gonna be like, oh, he's probably taking the offer and not telling us. Outside of the fact that we're like cool with UNA, I'm just using them as an example. I would do that. I'd go in your chat and be like, oh, like just to mess with you, not to like try to spin a narrative, because it's a Twitch chat and you didn't answer my text message.
That is true. That is true.
And then
and I don't answer text messages a lot.
You don't. And then Sirion just needs to grow up. Sorry, Sirion.
Yeah.
Like, these guys aren't pro players. They're AMs. Gunny said it there. He's probably not going pro this season, which kind of sucks. But my whole thing is that everybody kind of needs to grow up. They're taking this really personal. They had the golden ticket into the league. And in my opinion, if you're on BTH, you are not taking a ticket to Omit Black. What? You have the roster that could beat Omit Black, and you're like, yeah, I'll go to that team. To me, okay, Z, you're just an idiot, by the way.
I think at the end of the day, Gunny and no, it wasn't Gunplexion, Little Gator, Sirion, Facty JV. That's his. Yeah,
that's
Z.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I just needed to know the actual.
Oh, the gamer tag.
Yeah, the gamer tag. No, you're good. No, I think at the end of the day, APG and Gunny should kiss live on stream.
Well, the thing is
Charlotte.
APG had a co-stream with Gunny talking about Salt Lake City before this happened. Just saying.
Yeah, but I think at Charlotte they should kiss and hug.
I think they should.
Everything will be good.
Because APG invited that man to co-stream and then tore him down.
Yeah, but now's the time. They can rekindle the flame.
Gunny needs to join the league and stomp everybody.
Stomp who? The APG's not in the league.
I don't know who. Okay, but he needs to prove a point that he's top 16, not top 18. But anyways, everybody, follow the YouTube where we yap. Follow our Twitch where we yap and play games. And then follow the podcast and all that cool stuff. We're actually doing some cool stuff changing. I hope you'll notice it. I'm not going to tell anybody what's changing. I'll let you guys figure it out while it's happening. All right, Ben, send us off.
No, that was actually a banger video. It was great to get some insights into this drama because, to be honest with you, I think me and you had missed a lot of this. So getting to see this was great. On top of that, looking to the future, if there are any ideas on future content that you guys would like to see, please let us know, because it could be anything from reaction videos like this to general gaming content, or just, maybe even just, maybe we just start reading off patch notes for Halo. But you guys just let us know what you guys want to see, and we will try to make it happen if it is in the realm of our possibility. Thank you guys for watching the video, and we will see you guys in the next one.